Have you had your S10 Plus for 3 years and you're still on the fence about upgrading? In this video, I'm going to share the reasons why I finally upgraded. But if you're looking for a more in-depth review, please check out the numerous sources out on the internet, YouTube, Google, whatever. Tons of really good, helpful reviewers that helped me make the decision myself until I actually did upgrade. My first hesitation in upgrading was because I'm not used to the Note platform, which is what the S22 Ultra is basically. So I was hesitant about the size and weight. And after using the phones in a similar situation, feeling them in first hand, the size and weight to me were very negligible as far as the feel in my hands. So that was pretty easy to switch. The weight and size, not a big deal. They're pretty big phones to begin with. Honestly, the biggest selling point for me for switching from the S22 to from the S10 to the S22 was the cameras. See how this thing's got 5 on it? This one's got 3. You're basically buying it's basically like buying a DSLR, but you got a bunch of different lenses built into one and some pretty supreme software that really makes this thing shine leagues above the S10 Plus. If you're a guy like me that uses their phone for a lot of photography and blogging or videos on their content creation kind of stuff, then honestly, this was a big selling point for me. The S22 can do some things with photos that the S10 just can't even get close to anymore. I was blown away by the quality when I was using the 10 times zoom on this thing versus this thing's digital. I'm assuming digital 10 times zoom, but then I used 100 times zoom on this thing, and I was like, okay, with proper lighting, you can actually get some very usable photos out of it. Maybe not for professional purposes, but stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to do, especially with a phone, let alone maybe a professional DSLR with just a basic lens. The size matters in this case. It's crazy. As far as the video features go, that remains to be seen. I have not had a whole lot of chance to use the S22 video. I loved the video on the S10 Plus. The S22 has some better specs out of the gate than the S10 Plus, so I think the video is going to speak for itself later on down the line, especially with the bigger sensor and the nicer glass, if you will. The only thing I can't really touch on is, I guess, performance as far as games and stuff. I'm not a big phone gamer. It's not something I use phones for. I had no issues playing games on this thing, but I'm not a big phone gamer, so I think this thing, still performance-wise, better chip, better graphics, it's gonna blow this out of the water regardless. The other thing that I think a lot of people are probably hesitant on switching is the fact that this one has a headphone jack, the S10 has a headphone jack, and it has a SD card in it, where you can add one. You lose that with the S22 Ultra, which for some people is a big deal breaker. You can still, I think, hook wired headphones to the USB-C, but that's another purchase. Or if you're like me and you recently had gotten into the wireless headphone game, then it's not that big a deal, I guess. I have some wireless headphones that are pretty nice, really low latency. I don't notice a big difference as far as that goes anymore. So it's not that big of a loss for me. I kind of like the wireless headphone thing. And the fact that the SD card is gone is not a huge deal because the AT&T pre-order deal, I got a free 256 gigabyte S22. So not a big deal anymore to me. That's about the same amount of space I had in here. Other than that, if you're not a heavy phone user like myself, you use it for your everyday purposes, calling, texting, email, a lot of productivity stuff. The cat wants to go outside even though it's raining out, and I just think if you're looking for this phone for more of the camera quality, video quality, and stuff like that, you're going to be in love with it. You're not going to be disappointed with it. It does phenomenal things with video and photos and the powerfulness inside this thing. I'm excited for this phone. I'm really excited. You get You get the pen too, so I have to learn how to use this because I've never used a Note before. So this is quite the upgrade to me with the $800 trade-in thing. That really makes this thing a lot, easier to swallow. Otherwise, I think just outright purchasing the S22 Ultra at $1,200 or whatever they are is probably a lot harder to swallow for people, especially these days. But I mean, the S10 was such a good phone, you guys. I really love it. I'm sad to see it go, but it's been good 3 years with this phone. So we'll see with this S22 Ultra and the longevity. Maybe I'll update the video with longevity and other stuff if you guys like that sort of thing. This is kind of a new territory for me. I've never ever done phone reviews before, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, consider subscribing if you're new here. Otherwise, take it easy, be well, and I'll see you in later videos regarding phone stuff if this gets any traction. Take it easy. See ya.